Good news, another rate cut coming from Bank of Canada. Well, at least something about the news is good today because we have 40% tariffs coming from Donald Trump, an insane campaign by Doug Ford, and uncertainty about the budget. There is House of Commons if it's going to pass or not, or will we have Canadian elections this year? But today I brought an insane mortgage broker here, Nito. She's gonna tell you a little bit more about the interest rates. For me, I always like interest rate cuts, but in current economical situation, I don't think with the uncertainty it will do any much of a good or a change at all. But I want to quickly tell you that Tiff Malcolm, correct? That guy from Bank of Canada who comes out and he always says that they can control nothing, but he can only do one thing, is to influence the interest rate up or down. That's all he literally can do on that position, nothing else. I wish I had that kind of job. But anyways, guys, seriously, should we go 25 basis up or down or keep it the same? Oh my goodness, we have to think about it. Anyways, guys, so Nitu, what are the lenders saying about this? She's working with mortgage architects.
Well, what can lenders say about it? If the prime has gone down, it has gone down. It was 4.7, now it's going to be going down 25 basis points. It's going to be 4.45. So that's why everybody, literally everyone who is buying their own home, or if they're buying an investment property, everybody wants a variable mortgage. But what people don't know is that how much longer are they going to keep on cutting, and how and when are they going to stop? So if you look a year before, we were predicting so much of rate cuts a year before. Why? Because our economy was doing perfectly fine. There was no tariffs, and now everything has gone upside down.
And don't forget too, guys, I remember the times when everyone was buying houses, and I work as a realtor and I kept on writing multiple offers for people. It was insane to get anyone anything, and people were, I work with the XP Realty, and people were all going on variable rate because Bank of Canada kept on coming out and promising everyone that the rates are going to be going down. And then they went up in spiking up delinquencies, mortgage problems, people getting out of their deals, even construction fires starting in BC and Ontario, people going bankrupt. So be very careful on what you trust when Bank of Canada says what they're going to be doing. They might just do everything other way around in the end. They promised us, but it went up, they increased it, and they went too fast up.
You cannot rely on a lot of forecasts, a lot of predictions. This is what people say, this is what people think, but that's not really what happens when you have so much of volatile market and you don't really understand, when you're tariffed, when you're not. So this has been going on since Trump came, and everybody can blame the Trump, but let's all focus on one thing straight. Canada as an economy has been going down. Maybe, for the couple of years before Trump came into position, our leaders have to do something about it, right? So I am not really sure during Carney's visit to various other countries what exactly he's been doing. Now he's at ASEAN. Maybe he's going to APAC.
He met Trump today from what I heard on the news. I don't know.
And they don't want to talk to each other. Trump said that he doesn't want to talk, and what the deal is done. And, America wins in that deal, so he doesn't want to change anything about it. And apparently Canada doesn't have any of the profit in that deal. So obviously USA is going to say that, yeah, we are okay with whatever we have right now, and we don't want to change anything. So basically, Canadian market and Canadian economy has been at a standstill. Like, we haven't got any deal made with any other country.
China, they're trying to bring EVs into Canada. Guys, I want to tell you, there is a big, I'm really suspicious. I might think that Mark Carney and Trump actually like each other more than they say. To be honest with you guys, yeah.
Well, they joke about each other.
They're dancing in
president and prime minister.
They're dancing, in my opinion, they are in unison. They're dancing in unison, which puts America in a better advantage than Canada, in my opinion. I might be wrong about it. I hope I'm wrong, but I just seriously, guys, it's been like crazy. I've seen Doug Ford coming out and he's saying that he showed the ad to Mark Carney before going live and he liked it. And I was like, well, these guys are just crazy. Okay,
Another
fine.
ad from British Columbia, they say, is coming out very soon. So we don't know what that is going to do. But, we're just giving reasons for the Americans just to, to be more pissed, and just so that we cannot have a life here in Canada, I feel. I don't know. I mean, we can find out all sorts of reasoning, but at the end, it's all in the scorecard, right? Either you're, as a country, you're doing good or you're not doing good. So when you're not doing good, you don't have a playing card to bargain, let's say, in front of Trump, and he looks on only merits. And when he sees a weakling, he's just going to smash it out, and that's what's happening with us.
Well, to be honest with you guys, I think Canada is one of the strongest countries. We have uranium, we have aluminium, we have auto manufacturing, we have oil and gas, if anyone forgets. We have forestry, we have beef in Alberta, guys. We have lots of stuff in Saskatchewan. I can't go by every province, but we are larger than United States, and we have more potential and less population. It's just that we have to release that potential, and for that we need someone in charge of the country to actually do that. And I know why Trump wants Canada, because of all of the reasons I just mentioned for you. Anyways, interest rates. What Nito was, she came to me, she's like, they cut the interest rates, Igor. It's supposed to be a good news, but she's saying she's not really happy with what the banks are doing about it. And I was too impatient to listen, so what happened?
Well, the banks, as you know, are literally slow, right? So when they hear about the prime rate being cut, which they already know that is going to happen, they will take their own sweet time. Right now, as of last time I checked, the prime is still at 4.7. With this cut, it is going to be reflecting at 4.45 with the 20 bips cut. So yes, there's going to be change. But that being said, every bank's prime rate is a reflection of what exactly their financials are doing at. Some banks may say that, okay, we don't want to lower it to 4.45. We're just going to keep it at 4.7. Some banks may say that, oh, we might increase it. It's all upon to the bank's discretion. Yeah. And this is what you signed the contract when you signed for that mortgage. So read your terms and conditions carefully. It does not matter that, oh, you went for a variable rate and this is what they're going to give it to you.
Yeah, right? Remember that prime rate is for the banks to borrow money, not for you. So the banks later, they have their own. I'm talking about the prime rate from the Bank of Canada.
Yes.
It's for them.
Yes.
So a lot of people are like, free money. Can you imagine what Tiff Malcolm said today? Well, yeah, but not for you. It's for big guys, for the banks, because that's for them. They have their own prime rate, which is higher. And what Nito was frustrated today, from what I understood, is that they didn't lower their prime rate as much this morning as Bank of Canada did. So it's good for them, but not change too much for us, I guess.
Not only that, like I've been saying a whole lot of videos with Igor, the discount factor for all the variable rates, like where has it all gone? It used to be 1 point something as a discount factor about 10 years ago, and now it's hardly 0.65, 0.75, prime minus 0.75.
What did we have?
We had 1.29.
We had 1.29 discount on
our condo.
On a condo that we just recently sold. And now, that's why me and Nito, we had an argument in the car. I was saying, why don't Canada allow assumable mortgages? And Nito is like, that's why. She's like, that's exactly why they don't want you to have it. Because they don't want you to assume, my discount factor with the mortgage. The lenders don't want to not make money, basically. We had a great discount, and I was like, it would be awesome, and I wouldn't mind. Like, I wouldn't care if I'm selling somebody taking our interest rate and everything.
We could have probably benefited with a little bit more on the asking price, even.
Exactly.
But the banks don't want us to profit anywhere. Talking about profiting, let's say, most of the people are like, oh, what is your best interest rate, right? So if you consider only the mortgage, you will get the best interest rate without increasing anything or without having a line of credit attached to your mortgage. But let's say you want to go for a mortgage with a line of credit. That's it. You are not going to get the best interest rate, because why? You want a much more product that is more, wanting by the people. The demand for those products are more, and that's why they are not going to give you a better interest rate. They are going to charge whatever they want to charge. So,
You know, guys, what from one takeaway that I would take away from the United States that they have there and we don't have here is certainty for the home buyers. You know, when you're getting a 25, 30-year amortization and you don't have a refinance every 1, 2 years, 5 years and stuff like that, there's way more certainty for homeowners and for real estate market. You purchased a home, you have same interest rate for the next 25 years, let's say. You don't have to stress out on what's going to happen next 5 years, what's going to be the interest rate of Bank of Canada, because you know the entire country is not dependent on that. Like there is some certainty. You have a home, you got a certain interest rate. If it's too high, simple, you don't buy a home. If it gets lower, you buy a home, you lock yourself in, and you know it's kind of stability in that way, you know, sense of security in that way. Like it's always you feel insecure. I'll tell you guys, this year me and Nitu, well, we filed more taxes just to try and get a better interest rate. So we had to actually go and get, you know, pay more to Canada Revenue just to see if we can qualify for a better interest rate with a different lender on refinance. So it's like continuous headache. And okay, and let's say you didn't make enough money last year. Now you can go to a different lender. Now you're like, well, you know what? And I have next 3 years to get another job to increase my income, to lower down my debt, and maybe I'll get a better interest rate with a different lender. And it's like continuous thing. It's like basically, yeah, it's a money machine, guys. And that's one thing I would probably adopt from the United States is that this refinancing thing. It's an economy built for it's,
For
you
the
know,
banks to make
for the
profit.
banks. In Ukraine and Russia we call it oligarchy. In here we call it free market, I guess. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. It's Igor and Nita, and subscribe to our humble YouTube channel, guys. See you soon.
Bye for now.